Hello, students of Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College. Myself Anamika, and today let's continue with the second part of the chapter. In the previous video, we have studied about reproduction in lower plants. We were generally talking about the lower plants, and I said you that we will be focusing only on asexual mode of reproduction. So, in that method, we have focused on the various methods by which this actually plants reproduce asexually. So, they were like fragmentation, budding, spore formation, binary fission, gamule formation, conidia formation. You must have all gone through it. So now we'll start with the next part, that is vegetative reproduction. Vegetative reproduction. It is also known as vegetative propagation or cloning. Like in the last video, you must have come across the word clones. Now, what are clones means? Clones, which are they are the individuals which are like genetically and morphologically identical to the parent cell. You can call it like they are the replica of the parent cell. Same way here in vegetative reproduction, the plants they reproduce asexually by the help of their vegetative parts. Now plants they have vegetative parts as well as the reproductive parts. So your vegetative parts are stem, roots and leaves. So I repeat, what are the vegetative parts? Root, stem and leaves. So here what happens, the new plant which are formed are genetically identical to their parents. Now this method actually it happens naturally, but we humans we have actually upgraded this method, and we are using in the field of agriculture and horticulture, and we have actually exploited vegetative reproduction in order to multiply fresh stocks of plant. Now if you observe in the market, when you go in the market and you see different kind of vegetable, different kinds of fruits, flowers, like roses, that now there are n number of colors of roses you can observe. Now this are all because of vegetative reproduction, how it is being used in the field of agriculture and horticulture, and there the fresh stocks of plants are produced. Now there are many methods by which this vegetative reproduction is used, like that this method is used to actually propagate desired varieties according to human requirements. We human actually we deal with everything and we bring it up in a square wherever we require. Okay, we need this thing. So artificial methods the humans have developed so that we can get desired varieties. Artificial methods are used to propagate desired varieties according to human requirements. So, the various methods which are used are as follows: they are cutting, grafting, and tissue culture. The next method in vegetative propagation is cutting. A plant cutting is a piece of a plant that is used in horticulture for vegetative propagation. So, this cutting is generally used in the field of horticulture. A piece of the stem or a root or the leaves from the source of the plant is placed in a suitable medium such as moist soil. So, whatever the piece of the root, either the stem or the leaves you are cutting, you will be placing it in a moist soil. So what happens if the conditions are suitable, the plant piece will begin to grow as a new plant which is independent of the parent plant. So a process which is known as striking. A stem cutting produces new roots. So the stem cutting will generally produce new root. Root cutting will produce new stems. You're getting my point? The root cutting, it will produce new stem, and the stem cutting will produce new roots. So some plants can be grown from leaf as well. So in leaf cuttings, what happens, both the stems and the roots are produced. Leaf cutting. So in this process, instead of the stem, the leaf is used for the propagation method. The reproduction takes place with the help of the cutting of the leaves, and the best example is Sansevieria. Example of root cutting is blackberry. The second method of vegetative propagation is grafting. Now, grafting is an artificial method of asexual reproduction which is used to produce plants combining favorable stem characteristics with favorable root characteristics. The stem of the plant to be grafted is known as scion and the fruit is called stalk. Now, what happens here? The two plants are joined in such a way that they grow as one plant. The one plant which contains desirable characteristics from two plants. One is the rooted plant and second is the grafted one. So in this method, part of the stem containing more than one bud scan is joined onto a rooted plant called stalk, and this complete method is called grafting. When only one bud is joined on the stalk, that process is called bud grafting. For example, apple, pear, rose. The next method of vegetative reproduction is tissue culture. It is also known as plant tissue culture and it uses the techniques of biotechnology. Now, it is a method by which a small amount of plant tissue is carefully grown to give many plantlets. As you can see in the diagram, this from the mother plant, one part of the plant is taken which is known as explant and it is embedded in the medium which is known as the blue color. You can see that is the nutrient medium. It consists of all the nutrients which are required for the growth of the plant. So here this technique or this transferring is done in sterile conditions which means the particular lab is free from all the microorganisms and fungus. So this explant is embedded in the nutrient medium. When we give the favorable conditions, it grows into the callus. You can see in the second step the explant is growing into the callus. Callus is the division of the cells. It is absorbing the medium and it is dividing. And second, if everything is appropriate, good, it tries to and it grows into the root and the shoot. It starts to develop. As soon as the root and the shoot it starts to develop, we just potted and multiple plants which we can get. Now this method is used as this method is used with the help of all the techniques of biotechnology, and it is one of the most best method of biotechnology. Micropropagation method is also used for tissue culturing. So students, with this we have completed with all the types of asexual reproduction in lower plants, and my next class will be starting with the sexual reproduction in the higher plants. Please do the assignment.